Morning, everyone. Welcome in. Move the line. Week 10, inactives, news, bets, turtle bets. What's going
Turtle
on, Johnny?
bets? Not much. I realized that I changed the header of this and including slop because I accidentally jumped in this room before. So sorry for those watching. Slop is not on the show.
How did you tag Slop on the?
Yeah, I think so by accident. That's fine.
Sorry, Slop. Just trying to ride your back for some extra likes. Connor got ready for today by betting on turtle races last night, which just tells you all you need to know about where he's at for the day. It's just a good place. His head's in a
I'm
good place.
fired up. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's good.
I am ready to go. Won some money betting on Leonardo last night. Leonardo the
Amazing.
turtle, Big L. Yeah, it was crazy. So I went to a turtle racing thing at this bar last night. So they just put him in the circle, and then they real turtles, and then they it's this big circle, and they just let him go, and then they whoever reaches the end first goes, and obviously they don't really move very fast. They're just sitting there, and so then the lady just kind of tickles their tail and just pokes them a little bit, and then they kind of just start running around and they're it's in those video games where it starts super fast and then just stops and doesn't move. That happens all the time, and the turtle's just sitting there an inch away from the finish line, just doesn't move.
There's something there with the tail tickling that I think is an edge that you need to kind of explore if you go back in terms of when they're tickled. I'm sure you can, sure you can nudge her a little bit to get in your side. I don't know.
That's what I thought. Maybe greasing up the ref to give a couple extra tail tickles, and then, I mean, you can't lose, right?
Can't lose. You're pushing out a play. Anything to share here as we wait for inactives that you want to expand on? Because I know you moved pretty quick on that one.
Yeah, I played Kyle Williams over 14.5 receiving yards just now in the Discord. Played a little bit of alts too. 30 plus is 260, 40 plus is plus 450. I don't think I played the 40 plus yards. So yeah, I did play the 40 plus for a little bit. He should play. There's a report this morning from Tracy Wolfson saying that him and Travion Henderson were going to play more. He already played more than Matt Collins last week. Keyshawn Booty's out. So I don't know, 75% snap share. I mean, they still keep rotating in Diggs too. 75% snap share is not out of the question, I don't think, by any means. Also, Tampa Bay, you played, or maybe Jake played. Drake May pass attempts over. I know you were interested in the passing yards over.
Yep.
I think that they're going to probably have to pass the ball a lot. So I don't know. I mean, 14 is so low. I could be wrong about he could play the same amount he did last week. Or even if the Patriots don't throw that much, he can get there. So there's a lot of outs, even if I'm wrong about kind of the basics there.
Yep. Overall, I also played Travion. Not receiving yards. I think he can be heavily involved. Again, team skew pass heavy against Tampa Bay. And kind of whack-a-mole in terms of who it's going to be. I think it's a nice little spot for Steph Diggs. But your line here on Kyle Williams is it's pretty light. I mean, 14.5, 15.5 could be one catch, right? Even if the reporting is a little bit inaccurate. So
yeah, no, for sure. We got some interesting inactives coming in. AD Mitchell inactive. I don't know why. So I took Justin Fields unders early in the week. I had this funny thing kind of just pop up. I'm like, man, what if AD Mitchell just balls out for the Jets? Because I still think that he's kind of good. I just think that there's something going on we probably just don't know about, and he's probably just not a good coach's player. I don't know if that makes sense, but not a good locker room guy necessarily. But I think he's kind of good. Yeah. I mean, I think you're in the same boat, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think it was a good trade for them in terms of getting him too is a worthwhile shot.
What?
Pretty top tier pedigree.
Yeah, Debro saying AD isn't good. Debro, respectfully, I disagree, but that's okay. We'll see. I mean, the one play that he made, exactly one play that he made. So it probably leans to, he can't get on the field over Alec Pierce, who actually is playing really well. But either way, that was my one. I was had some nightmares last night. Post turtle races. I'm AD Mitchell 80 yards on 2 or 3 catches. You know what I mean? But that's not going to happen. It's basically just going to be Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, T moves on from you. It tells you a lot. Fair, but he's still a pretty young kid with a top tier pedigree. We've had a lot of reclamation projects land on their feet when they just get into a better situation. Not that the
Jets
situation was bad. Yeah, Right. I mean, their quarterback had multiple teams give up on him, and he landed on his feet. Very fascinating. Some inactives, not super surprising. One that I want to not game related. My guy Carson Schlesinger is back. He's active, right? So it was a high ankle sprain in their last game before the bye against the Patriots. And at the time, his defensive rookie of the year odds had collapsed to 3-1, 4-1. And then because it looked like he was going to miss multiple weeks, he's now at 12-14-1 for defensive rookie of the year. But he's actually not going to miss any games. I think he fell because the assumption was he was going to miss a bunch of games. So I don't know. He's really good. There's no other really good candidates, right? Nick Amamori, I think, is a really good candidate. Abdul Carter is not doing anything in terms of counting stats. He's got a half sack. So I don't know. Little sprinkle on Carson Schlesinger if you didn't get in on the 60s and 70s we played in the summer. I think is a nice little look. He's gonna miss no time, and the number basically 4x because the assumption was he was gonna miss time. So
yeah. That makes sense. That's
surprised to see him. I thought it would make sense for them to sit him again, even though he practiced a little bit this week. I was surprised. Just a dog. He's just a dog. So, all right, let's see here. What else is any?
This is hilarious. Shout out here. Tyler Johnson over 9.5 seems low. Garrett Wilson's back. AD. Yes, AD is here. AD is inactive. Feels like they have chemistry with. I mean, I don't fully hate it. I don't know. Is that crazy? It's another one that's just so low, and he's going to be out there a bunch.
Yeah, those are brutal sweats, but louder activity there is definitely fun when the bar is so low.
Yeah, I mean the problem is though, it's kind of like your Isaiah Davis prop a couple of weeks ago. The process was perfect. He played a bunch. He was out there, and then when you throw for 40 yards, I mean,
right.
It's I mean just the downsides of Justin Fields is it's crazy. He just doesn't hit the middle range of his outcomes at all. He either just is 40, 50, 100 yards or 300 yards.
Yeah,
against some shitty team. It's crazy.
It's tough.
Yeah. Sorry, did you have another inactive note here that you were about to go into?
No, nothing else that jumps out so far. That was Buffalo secondary, pretty decimated. Looks like we have both Turin Johnson and Christian Benford out, which we touched on a little bit on the prop show on Friday when Slot made his Waddle play as that being a possibility. So Benford matters, I would say. Johnson missed last game as well, dealing with a groin injury. So yeah, it's tough, but the Waddle play, I like the Waddle leg, I guess, in our parlay. I'll say that.
I do too. I think that's a good look. And yeah, I've been adding him to some other just kind of fun parlays. Debro mentioned Aaron Jones active. That's big one. His prop right now 40.5, Mason 33.5. I'm kind of scared to bet against the Ravens and actually the Vikings, to be honest, right now at this point, because the Ravens are getting healthier and played better last week and have been moving Kyle Hamilton around, and they've just been playing overall much better. And then the Vikings looked rejuvenated last week and kind of started throwing some new stuff at them. And we see this all every year. It's a defense just turns the corner, tries a couple of new things, and it just clicks. I mean, the Eagles were a terrible defense for the first few weeks, then threw in Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell and benched other guys and became an elite unit. You know what I mean? I think we just I'm scared to trying to catch a falling knife, basically, is my point.
Yeah.
We just don't know
it's a good way to put it.
Or not yet, I think, on both fronts.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Let's see here. Harold Fannin active. Yeah, I don't think there's too much out right now with, let's see here.
Yeah, just as always, Bleacher Nation Fantasy. If you don't have the news for inactives, you're missing out. So Kamara active, Tet active, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Garrett Wilson, Harold Fannin, Ced Tillman off IR, Devin Lloyd active for the Jags at linebacker, Josh Palmer along with some of the corners, which we already mentioned there for the Bills. It's kind of what we got going on there.
Alvin Kamara being active. We played under 39.5, 38.5. It's still lingering around there, 37. Like,
I think it's a really good look.
I still think it's a good on the under there. Yeah, like 40.5 Hard Rock. I mean, he hasn't cleared 30 yards in like a month and a half. I mean, like, just looks terrible. They're working in what's his name, Devin Neal, a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
the Saints, like, I mean, the Panthers' run defense has actually been pretty good against like bad opponents, and they obviously got fucking wrecked by James Cook and whatever. But I mean, the Saints are not the Bills, so
Yeah. I know sometimes we both agree you get into like the overfitting of schematic stuff, like, but you shout out to like fantasy, fantasy points data suite. It got all that, great data in there. And sometimes it can be a little bit noisy with small sample stuff, but there is some like scheme stuff in terms of, zone concept runs. That's been something that the Panthers have done a good job at. That's something that the Saints do a lot of. And they've been doing it pretty poorly, Kamara specifically. So there's also some of that. Again, double counting in a way, but also just confirmation bias. If you were leaning under on the Kamara thing, which we both were, when that data backs it up, you're like, okay, I feel pretty good with that. So
yeah, Debro Kamara 38 rushing. I saw out there. Love it. It's like probably my favorite play that's still on the board that hasn't moved a ton. It's great because we played Fields under 183. It's sitting at 161, and anytime we get that kind of closing line value, like, we're just gonna lose. Like, that's just like it's like almost automatic. Like, it's like you get all the CLV in the world and you just lose. I mean, it happened to Jake like 3 or 4 times this year alone. Like, he'll play an over on a guy, and like the starter will be out, and he'll be like, who did he play last week? It was like 3.5%. Trey Tucker. Jacoby gets traded. He moves to 4.5. He catches like 2 balls.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just brutal.
Brutal.
Real quick before we wrap off, are you buying the JCM stuff? Like, Chris Rodriguez, captain, JCM, their lines have converged a bunch. JCM opened to like 45, down to like 33. Chris Rodriguez opened at like 22, up to like 27. So it seems like books are kind of just like tossing their hands in the air a little bit. I kind of think it matters a little bit. Slop said no way.
I think it matters a little bit.
Okay.
It's been trending that way anyway. And it's definitely one that I just feel like you're going to have a pretty good sense at the half where he stands, right? So it's a good place to be.
Early in the year, he was like rotating in with like Eckler. I mean, there were games where he didn't even play till like the second quarter. Remember, like early in the season with Eckler kind of playing ahead of him. But that was when he was also like, leading the league in yards per carry for a while. So
yeah.
Now since then, hasn't quite been the same.
Yeah, I don't have any. It looks like we pretty much have all inactives so far, for the early game. So nothing jumping out.
What's the latest on Chicago weather? I mean, I know we're both in Chicago. I was just woke up, by the way, this morning to a flat tire, so had to get my hands a little greasy. Get out there, change a tire.
Touching grass early in the morning.
I know, it's good. It got me a little amped up here, but it was cold, a little bit windy, but like, I don't know. And I'm also like a little bit further from the lake, so I'm like, whatever, a couple miles from the lake. So like Soldier Field's obviously right on the lake. This is going to be windier. It's going to be a little colder. I don't know. I just don't know if it's that big of a deal right now.
I don't think it is. We woke up to, a little snow cover, but it's not gonna matter.
It's like a little sprinkle. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's actually good snowball snow, but
it is.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference here for the game. Personally,
no.
I mean, sustains at 15 or so, and then gusts below 30. Right? We typically you would want gusts north of 30, sustained a little bit higher than that for it to really make it an impact. I think you were touching and flirting with like under on longest or something like that for Dart, or if you wanted to like hone in on a player, I think that would make sense, but it's not something I'm going out of my way to go after.
I thought about it, but just like, I don't know. You just like randomly throws these bombs. And the problem is the Bears defense just sucks. So like
they're beat up.
So, if I felt good about this defense at all, I'd be like, okay, they could probably keep it here. Like, they probably should throw it short. I think both teams go like skew pretty run heavy, like as is. But like, the Bears defense is so bad. So like, no matter what the weather is, like you can give us a crazy snow wind game, I think they might still get there against some spots. Yeah, it's really tough. I do want to shout out, not that I played officially, but I dropped in the chat earlier. I played Quinshon Judkins alts this morning. Parlayed it with a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
Played 100 up to 150. To lead the week in rushing is like 8-1 on FanDuel. I don't mind that either. He just like I think this is like one of those not necessarily contrarian spots because obviously the line's like 83.5, but I don't know. It's just like no Quinnen Williams for the Jets, allowing like whatever 5+ yards per carry without him so far this year. New play caller wants to just jam Judkins apparently. So like I mean 20 if you get 25 carries against the Jets and you don't get 100 yards, like I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Done.
So I don't know. I kind of think that's an interesting look. I didn't play the regular line because I mean I don't know if I'm going to lay -110. Like I could be wrong, about some of this stuff, or like maybe the Browns just suck, or maybe the Jets get a lead. Like maybe. But yeah, I think Debra brought up Gabriel under pass attempts in play. That's probably a great look too. Another way to play it.
Yeah. It's way past the threshold for you. You were never playing 82.5
Rushing
-110.
yards?
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not. Alts or nothing.
We need to do we have to do a wellness check if I saw that come through. To call your wife is Connor get hacked? What happened here? All right. We'll see anything on Sharp Stack we want to share?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. Let's see.
If you have not taken advantage of your free 7-day trial of Sharp Stack, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like free 7-day trial. There's no strings. Obviously pop in all sports. We're going to look at NFL, but if you're looking to do anything on the NBA side, college football, WNBA, NHL, it's part of our new suite of betting tools, the EV tools we're going to share today, kind of leveraging sharp bookmaking books against some of the slower moving domestics. You could see here. All right, Woody Marks looks like is that an over at the top?
What's up?
An over.
Well, okay, so I have it set to only the books that I'm betting on right now, which is FanDuel and ESPN Bet. So that's where I'm at right now. But so I'm like looking at this. Yeah, I think the over 28.5 is interesting. If we click select all, I don't like including the exchanges. So I'll take off no vig and profit.
Yeah, calculations is different.
Yeah. Travion under 45.5. Oof, I mean, that's just a high number. Seeing, like low 40s across the board. I'm not sure I'd love to bet into that, but I don't mind that. Parker Washington, 47.5. I mean, he's played well, and I know his splits have been good, but how did we get here? I mean, the Houston defense is really good.
Yeah, they are. Jalen Petrie out for the Texans, which I think matters, but it's not enough to still a really good defense. Still great perimeter corners. They're a little bit weaker, partially because the way that they use Petrie is pretty unique. He's, if you're not in 11 personnel, he, is basically, playing a pretty box heavy safety role. And then when you bring in 11 personnel, he, lines up on the slot and can shut you down. So he's an impactful player for them, and he's out, but it's not necessarily something I want to proactively attack. Just with anything going on with Lawrence these days, it's kind of tough. We just don't know how that's going to shake out with the receiver situation there at all. There's definitely some guessing there.
This is crazy. 41.5 Hard Rock Camaro. We just talked about that. I mean, that's a great play. I think Leggett with Tet playing, I think that's the under is an interesting look. Although the matchup's fairly easy. That hasn't mattered for Leggett in his entire career so far.
I think they could just come out and just run the football. It's another one like Rico could have just 25 carries for $125 again or something nuts. Like,
yeah, I mean, Bryce Young's 27.5 pass attempts. That's crazy. It's so low.
Yeah, I played under on Bryce Young yards. That's how much I thought that was a good play. I'm in on the Camara and the Bryce Young unders in that game.
Look at this. 3 unders in a week, dude. This is nuts. I love it. Hell yeah. Malik Washington under 32.5. Kind of interesting. Just super low ADOT, right? So makes sense. It's just like this is just off the market here by 3+ yards at Bet Rivers. 4 yards in most spots. So that makes sense. Aaron Jones receptions under 2.5. Interesting here. It's like getting juiced out basically everywhere else. -150 Pinnacle. It's still -115 MGM. It looks like someone probably played the under, I'd guess.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I like all these, honestly. I'm just going to start jamming as soon as the show's over. Sit here and jam some bets, whatever, any last minute stuff, and then go from there.
Yeah. And again, you can see on the far corner here where it says bet, you can literally just one click that and loads it right up into your slip and you're good to go. So, because these move fast, right? That's the EVH piece of it too. It's telling you how long it's been up there. If you were to, watch this and then, message, oh, that bet's gone. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. They go
Right.
pretty quickly. So, all right, sweet. That's all I got. Gonna be a good morning for the people that don't mind a little bit of juice on their tackle bets, because we're gonna have some I think we're gonna have a little bit of volume this morning. If you're comfortable, laying some 140, 150 stuff, there's some stuff that's out there that I think is pretty viable. We'll release that here in the next 30 to 40 minutes in subscriber Discord. I already got 3 official plays. Went 4-0 on official tackles last week. Books are back. Feels good. We've had a couple of down weeks there, maybe a little bit nervous, but Builder's active, DraftKings is active, Caesar's active. That's all we need, because then we always get the slow books always with ESPN, Hard Rock, 365. They always have the menu of 365 is fucking electric. I wish that was the builder release, but here we are. It's okay. We're back.
Love it. Yeah, it's great.
So
I'm ready to jam some tackles. I mean, it's a Sunday tradition like no other. Just take your sheet at the end and just jam whenever I can.
Yep. It's going to be a good week. All right, everybody, take advantage. Free 7-day trial, 4for4.com/plans. You can get the Sharp Stack right now, 7 days for free. If you want to stack another month on top of it, typically it's like $120. You can use promo code WINNBA, still available, celebrating the start of the NBA season for just $10. So you basically, 5+ weeks or so for $10 to check this out. Again, this is the EV tool you can see on the side. There's lots of other pieces of Sharp Stack, including, pick'ems if you're just playing, prize picks, underdog, DraftKings pick 6, all that stuff is in there as well. Middles, ARBs, odd screens, market-based projections for multiple sports. Take advantage. Would love your feedback. That's why we're making it so cheap. Get in there, kick around, and let us know what you think. And appreciate you hanging out with us. Let's win some bets today. Let's have a good week. For Connor, I'm Ryan. We'll see you all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about what we saw week 10 and what's going on in week 11. Thanks, everybody.